As the co-founder of Bridging the Gap of Georgia, I saw a need where, whenever a soldier comes home and he's going through the nightmares, the psychological and mental aspects of combat experience, more times than none, the family doesn't understand how to deal with it. Bridging the Gap of Georgia is a mentor-based program set up and designed for our veterans that come back home and they have their institutionalized setting taken away from them to a more relaxed environment that allows for the invisible wounds, the wounds you can't see, is what Bridging the Gap of Georgia concentrates on. The soldiers and veterans that suffer with post-traumatic stress disorder, traumatic brain injury, and combat stress and fatigue.
It's the men and women that give of their time, their resources, and do it in such a selfless way. And it's up to us as community leaders, as individuals, to rise to the occasion, to do our part to demonstrate not only our appreciation, but our admiration for the sacrifice that they do, because we enjoy the freedoms. We enjoy the freedoms that those individuals have granted to us. It's what makes America great. And really what this organization, Bridging the Gap of Georgia, is all about, is making sure that we're giving opportunities to veterans as they are coming back here to Georgia. We can set aside opportunities for those individuals. And that's what this organization really is all about. It's about making sure that we are bridging the gap, not only for today, but also for tomorrow. And that's why I am pleased and honored to not only endorse, but to join with this organization in making sure that we're preparing a future that is bright, a future that embodies all the things that we as Americans believe in. It is our responsibility to join together and to do all we can to ensure a bright, prosperous future for our men and women that have served with such great distinction.
They expect us to fulfill our contract that we signed when we enlisted. They expect us to follow our orders. They expect us to do what we're told. They expect us to die if that's what happens. So in that contract, they agree to take care of us when we agree to serve. They're not taking care of us.
Whenever I was approached about the Veteran Aid Foundation, it was more or less an idea that I had to help our veterans transition out of the Bridging the Gap of Georgia Bridges program into a more environment where they live in their own place.
Thunderstorm comes, first thing you do is you grab for a weapon because it sounds like mortar's coming in.
I was sitting there yesterday reminiscing about a lot of stuff that I experienced in war, and I often thought about how many people actually died on foreign soils. Whenever you go to war, you're not the same person when you come back home. And we need to more or less recognize that it's more than placing a yellow ribbon on your SUV and saying you support the troops. Let's just find a solution together as a community to help our veterans so that they don't feel hopeless, lost, and alone and feel like the gun or suicide is the only answer. The statistics for veteran suicide is 18 a day. but we know better than 18 a day. The Veterans of Foreign Wars and other organizations seem to think that it's more like 1 an hour, which is 24 a day, of a veteran in some shape, form, or fashion has committed suicide.
What up, soldiers? Texas Grown 409, aka the Iraq Veteran Gamer. Did you know war's biggest killer isn't roadside bombs or bullets? It's PTSD. Suicide rates have been rising every year since the start of the Iraq War. Over 300,000 soldiers have been diagnosed PTSD from the Iraq War alone. A third of those receive minimal care, while another third of those receive no care at all. Just because you might not understand what a veteran went through, lending a listening ear or saying thank you could save his life. Chances are you might know somebody like me, since 12% of the US population are veterans. So next time you see a veteran, instead of just saying welcome home or thanks for your service, how about you let them know that everything's going to be alright and that they're not alone.
Well, I want to talk a little bit about holidays. A lot of people construed the veterans' holidays, and you know, Veterans Day is for the veterans that's living, and that's in November. Memorial Day is the last Monday of May. That's in honor of the people that sacrificed and actually died serving their country. July 4th really isn't, to me, barbecue, and neither is Memorial Day. It's not a barbecue day for me because I know that the price of freedom isn't free. And in order to have those holidays, there was lives that was attached to that was lost so that we could have those holidays. So holidays to me takes on a whole different meaning. You know, I used to think hot dog, there's July 4th, baseball, hot dogs, and apple pie, you know, but whenever I come back, I realized that it wasn't that. It was about the honor and respect, the dignity.
Oh, no long distance rain.